Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're actually going to be putting Brembos, 6-piston Brembos on my wife's 2021 WRX Limited with that CVT transmission. I was kind of like, if I have nice brakes, why doesn't she have nice brakes? So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to install these guys, kind of some drawbacks with the Brembos and going to a CVT WRX. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what we need. All right, so this is what we're going to need. We're going to need 6-piston Brembos from, I think, 2018 to 2021 STIs. I did go ahead and paint them in a midnight purple for her because she did want purple Brembos. And then, of course, put the Brembo logo on it. But these are 6-piston Brembos that were lime green, as you can see there, that had STI on them. You can pick them up new or, used off of eBay or anywhere else, and it should work exactly fine. You're also going to need the dust shields for the STI because they are a little bit larger. So you can reuse yours and you can cut them, but I always like to do mine OEM. So you need the dust shields. You're also going to need the bolts that go on the calipers themselves because I think the thread pitch these are different from the factory ones. So make sure you pick up those bolts, and of course brake pads and rotors from an STI. I'm reusing those because I got these used, but you can pick up new rotors. Just get them for that 18 to 21 STI. Also going to need your washers for your brake lines that go directly on the caliper. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the part numbers in the description for you guys. We are going to be also changing the brake fluid for a Motul RBF 600.4 because I did use their 5.1 before, and I noticed over the year on the BRZ that I had it, it just kind of broke down and kind of got like brown over time. So I'm going to go ahead and just use those. Also, you're probably noticing where are the rears? So on the CVT models, the rear parking brake is actually electronic. So you can't retrofit the rear Brembos on the CVT models because it has a electronic parking brake with I think a solenoid on the back of that caliper. So it doesn't even have like a brake drum, it's electronic, so you just pull it up. So for the CVT models, you're only going to be able to do the fronts, not the rears. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you how to install these guys on the WRX. Alright, to start off, we're going to go ahead and remove the caliper by removing the two 19mm bolts that are holding the caliper to the knuckle. Alright, and once you take off the caliper with those two 19mm bolts, you just want to go ahead and place it on top. You can get a bungee and kind of hang it from here, but I don't have a bungee, so we're going to go ahead and take off the rotor. If it's too tough, you can go ahead and, whack it with a hammer, with a rubber hammer on each side, try to take it off. And if it doesn't come off that way, you can use these little screw holes to put bolts through to push it out. And just like that, we took off the rotor. One thing I do want to recommend is make sure you get a wire brush and kind of clean off this mating surface of the hub, just so that you won't have any of this rust behind the new rotor. Alright, and once you do that, we're going to go ahead and remove the old dust shield to replace it with our new larger dust shield. Well, that works. right, now we can throw on our new rotor. All right, now we can go ahead and throw on the new caliper. And we're gonna want to torque down those 2 caliper bolts to 80 foot-pounds. Okay, so this is kind of the tricky part. So we're going to move our caliper line, our brake line, to the new Brembo caliper. So we're gonna go ahead and release this 10mm bolt, this banjo bolt. And there should be 2 washers in between the bolt. So there's one right there, and then there's another one right there. So again, I have new washers from Subaru. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer that brake line. You're also going to want to tighten the bleeder bolt, the bleeder banjo bolt, to 14 foot-pounds. And just like that, we installed the Brembos on the right side. We're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing on the left side. Alright, now that we installed the Brembos, we are going ahead and bleeding the brake fluid to get all those air pockets out. I already did the rear and the right side, so I'm going to finish up with this left front. Hey, so that pretty much wraps up the video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. As you notice, I'm trying to try out this style of like in driving with the BRZ. I don't know if I like it. I mean, I'm giving it a shot. But if you guys found this video helpful on the Brembo install for, you know, manual transmission, WRX, CVT transmission, WRX, please drop a like. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I am trying to primarily build a Sylvie here on the channel, but you know, who knows, maybe if this gets a lot of likes, a lot of you know, comments and things like that, a lot of attention, I might start working on my wife's WRX. You know, I would actually like working on her car, because as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if I have a nice car, why doesn't she have a nice car? It would be kind of cool to lower you know, her car, put wheels, suspension, tires, all that good stuff, just like Sylvie. But thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.